This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given the value of string s, and after that we are given the integer n as input, and after that we are given n string values as input. So here n is equal to 5. So totally 5 strings are given as input. So now for each string we have to check whether is it possible to concatenate the string with s. So the first string is king. Now we have to check whether is it possible to concatenate the string king at the end of the string skill rack. So now for concatenating there are conditions given in the question. So the last characters of the string s must be same as the starting characters of the n string values. So this is the condition for concatenating. The length of string king is equal to 4 and the last 4 characters of the string s is rack. So the string rack and king are not equal. So in this case we cannot concatenate. So again we have to check for the possibilities of any common characters. So now we will be ignoring the last character alone in the king. So we will be checking for kin in the string s. So again now the length is 3 characters. So we will be checking the last 3 characters of the string s. So the last 3 characters are ack. Again ack is not equal to kin. So again we have to reduce the size of the string. So now we will take only the first 2 characters k and I. So the last 2 characters are c and k. Again they are not equal. So again we should reduce one character. So we will remove I. So we will be taking only the character k, and the last character in the string s is also k. So there is a matching found. So we can concatenate the string skill rack and the string king. So after concatenating, the string king will be present after skill rack. So this is how our modified string will be looking like. And now there is another condition given in the question. So if 2 strings are concatenated, then we should remove the common part. So the common part must be occurring only once. So the common part here were the character k. So the k is occurred for 2 times and we remove one occurrence of k. So after removing that character k, this is our final output string. So in our output also we can see that in the first line we are printing skill racking. So this is how we get our output. So similarly, using the same procedure, let us also check our second string. So the second string is racks, racks. So the length of the string is 5 characters. So first we have to check the last 5 characters of the string s. So the last 5 characters in the string skill rack is LRACK. So the string LRACK is not equal to RACKS. So both the strings are not equal. So we should remove one character from our string. So now we will be considering only RACK. So the length is 4. So we have to check the last 4 characters of the string s. And the last 4 characters of the string s are also RACK. So rack and rack both are equal. So we can concatenate the string also. So after concatenating skill rack racks, that is how our string would be looking like. But according to the second condition, the common characters must be occurring only once. So we should remove the one occurrence of RACK. So after removing, this is how our modified string will be looking like. So in our expected output also we can see that in the second line we are printing skill racks. So this is how we will be printing our output. So similarly, if we are unable to concatenate 2 string values, in those cases we have to print -1. Else we have to concatenate like this and print our output string in separate lines. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am creating 3 character arrays named s, x and temp. So the size of each character array is 101 characters, and in the next line I am creating a new integer n, and in the next line first I am accepting an input string, and then in a new line I am accepting the value of integer n. So now we have to accept n string values as input. So here we are not going to store our string in a separate array. Instead, soon after accepting the string, we are going to check whether it is possible to concatenate or not. So I am creating a loop that iterates for n times. And in every iteration of this loop, I will be accepting a input in a string format and storing it into the character array X. And also I am storing a copy of it in the character array temp. So in every iteration, we will be accepting a string and storing that string into the character array X. And also we will be storing it into temp, making use of the function string copy function. So now we have our input string in two character arrays X as well as temp. To implement our logic, we will be creating three integer variables. So the first variable is len x, in which we will be storing the string length of x, and then len s, in which we will be storing the string length of s, and then a flag variable which is set to 0. So now we are going to implement our logic. So as we seen, first we will be checking whether the two character arrays temp and s is equal or not, and if they are equal, then we can directly concatenate them. Else we will be removing the last characters from the character array temp one by one. So in the first iteration we will be removing the last character, and then in the second iteration we will be removing the last second character. So like that we will be keeping on decreasing. So to perform that, I am creating a loop that iterates from length of x minus 1. So the character array temp and x are same. So I am creating a loop that iterates from length of x minus 1 till 0. And in every iteration, first we will be checking the two strings, and after that only we will be setting the last character as null. So temp of I is equal to null. So in every iteration of this for loop, we will be removing the last character, and before that we will be checking using the function strcmp. So in every iteration we will be checking whether the temp is equal to the last I characters of the character array yes or not. So in the arguments, first I am passing the character array temp, and then I am passing ampersand s of length of s minus 1 minus I. So when we use this ampersand symbol, all the characters that is present after the index would be considered as a separate string. So here we need only the last I characters. So the last I characters will be length of s minus 1 minus I. So all the characters from this index will now be stored in ampersand s of length of s minus 1 minus I. So now if both the character arrays are equal, then this function string compare returns 0. So it means that both the character arrays are same. So whenever this is the case, then it is possible to concatenate both the string values. So whenever this function returns 0, then we will be printing the string s and then all the characters in the character array s from the index I plus 1, so that we will be removing the common occurrences, and we will be printing the concatenated of both the string s and x. So that would be our output. And after printing the concatenated string, we will also set flag is equal to 1, and we can break out of the loop. So I am including a break condition. So this is what we will be doing in this for loop. So finally, after the execution of the for loop, if it is possible to concatenate both the string values, we would have concatenated and printed it, and the flag value would have updated to 1. So even after execution of the for loop, if flag is still equal to 0, then it means that both the string cannot be concatenated. So in those cases, we will print minus 1. So now let us check our program with the sample test case. So this is our sample input 1, and our expected output is here. So this is our expected output, and we also get the same string as our output. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.